Good morning or afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. My name's Rebecca, here for another Wellness Wednesday. I'm a Sobeys Dietitian, so we'll just wait a few minutes, let everyone come and log on here. Let me know where you're tuning in from, what sports you play. Always exciting to see where everyone's tuning in from. Oh, Katie, you're our Wellness Wednesday regular from Ottawa. Recognize your name here. Alrighty, so today we're going to be making a melon salsa, which is really good. Hello, Angela. Good afternoon. So hopefully you're having as lovely weather as we are here in Toronto. It is sunny and beautiful, and it's supposed to be like that for the next few days. All right, so Katie does figure skating and swimming. We have Kayla tuning in. Perfect, just gotta get my comments set up here so they update as we go. There we go. All right, hello, Christy. Good morning, Aven, Marty. All right, lots of people tuning in. Good morning, Crystal. All right, Cambridge. Christy, are you having as nice a weather there as we are in Toronto? Yes, so Katie loves the salsa at Lone Star. So this is going to be a bit different because it's a fruit salsa. So hopefully you like it just as much. All right, so it sounds like we got a lot of the swim team here, lots of swimmers. We have Sobeys Dietitians tuning in. Oh, we have Quinn from Whitby, Ontario, Jake from BC. Awesome. So we'll just wait about another minute or so. Let everyone tune in. If you're just tuning in now, my name's Rebecca. I'm a dietitian with Sobeys. And we're partnered with Special Olympics to do our Wellness Wednesdays. Good morning, Melanie. I recognize your name as well, one of our regulars. Jake does golf. We got some more people from BC. All right, Special Olympics Canada is here. They'll be able to answer, between them and Sobeys Dietitians, they'll be able to answer any questions if I miss them. We got lots of people tuning in today. Hello, Leaf. All right, so we have soccer. Yes, so our recipe today, Katie does have watermelon, so it is perfect for the summer. Hello, Michael. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait about one more minute and then we'll get started with our recipe. Perfect, so good weather, sounds like all around, hopefully. And this is a great recipe for that warmer weather. And we'll kind of talk about some of the benefits of our melons, and especially during the heat. Okay, so it looks like our numbers are staying pretty steady, so let's get started, especially if it is beautiful where you are, so you can get out and enjoy some of the lovely weather. Okay, another hello, Paige from Windsor. Okay, so for everyone who's tuning in, good morning or afternoon, depending where you are. My name's Rebecca King. I'm a registered dietitian with Sobeys. So we have dietitians all across Canada, and we are so thrilled to be partnered with the Special Olympics Canada to continue these Wellness Wednesdays. So Sobeys and Special Olympics Canada have had a partnership since 2016, and since then Sobeys has gladly donated over $4.1 million in foods and funds for Special Olympics Canada, and we can really see with this support the difference nutrition education can make in empowering healthy bodies and healthy minds. So I'm thrilled to tune in here again on our Wellness Wednesday to give you another healthy recipe. So on the menu today, we have a lovely melon salsa. So this recipe uses 2 types of melons. So we're going to use some watermelon and some honeydew. But you could use cantaloupe, you could use other different melons as well. So fruit like our melons, as we know, have lots of vitamins and minerals, so they can help keep our body healthy. But melons are super great for the summer because they also provide us with hydration. So we know when it's really hot and we're sweating, we need to get lots of fluids in, but our melons are a great way to help keep us hydrated because they have so much water in them as well. So this will be a nice, refreshing salsa. And kind of like Katie mentioned, she likes the salsa from Lone Star. We usually think of salsas as a tomato base, but this one's fruit. So it's nice and refreshing. It kind of has a combination of that sweet and savory. So let's get started. So we're going to need about 1 cup of watermelon, and we want to chop it nice and fine into nice little cubes. So we will add our watermelon here. Has anyone ever had a fruit salsa before? So you can usually have like pineapple salsa, mango salsa. Those are some of the better known ones. But fruit salsa is really good, especially in the summer. So we have our 1 cup of watermelon in here. Next, we're going to add 1 cup of honeydew melon as well. So again, nice and diced, nice and small. And we can see nice bright colors too. So this will be really colorful and fun for the summer. And especially with it almost being summer, our melons are in season. So you're going to start seeing some nice local melons in your grocery stores, nice and fresh as well. So great to use kind of what's in season. So after we've added our honeydew melon, we're going to add some red onions. So we're just going to do about 3 tablespoons, and this adds a nice kind of zing to our salsa. So we'll add our red onions there. And then next we're going to add jalapeno. So if you don't like spice, you can for sure leave this out. And if you really aren't a huge fan of spice, you want to make sure you remove the seeds. So whenever we're working with jalapenos or any hot peppers, we want to make sure we really wash our hands afterwards, because some of the oils in that pepper, if we were to touch our eyes or even scratch ourselves anywhere, it can really burn. So we want to be careful when we're working with our jalapenos or any hot peppers. So about 1 tablespoon of jalapeno in there. And like I said, you can add more or less depending on your preference. So one thing you could also do with this salsa to kind of switch it up would be to grill some of this fruit beforehand. So you might have heard of grilling like pineapple or maybe some peaches, but melon can also be grilled. So if you just brush it with a little canola oil, you could grill the onions, you could grill the jalapenos, you could grill big slabs of the watermelon and the honeydew before, and it would add just like that charred flavor. That would be really good. So after our jalapeno, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of fresh cilantro that we've just chopped up nice and fine here. Some people don't like cilantro. It's actually a genetic thing. To some people it tastes like soap. So if you're not a fan, you can leave that out. So we'll just add that in. And we'll just get our jalapenos off there. And next we're going to add some lime zest and lime juice. So to zest our limes, you want to just take your lime with the skin on. And if you have a lime zester at home, that works perfectly. If not, you can just use the really fine edge of your cheese grater. I'm sorry, my cheese grater is tiny for some reason. So we don't want to use that thick edge. We want to use the fine edge. And so the recipe calls for about 1 teaspoon of lime zest, which is about the whole lime's worth of zest. So when we're zesting our lime, you just want to go and get all the green part off the lime. So you don't want to go down to past the white, because once you get past the white, it does get a little bitter. So you just want to get the green part off the lime, and as much as you can, because that gives the really limey flavor without the sourness. So we're just gonna go and get this all off of our lime here. Might drop it in there as well. So just zest it up here. Where did I get this lime zester? Good question. I think I might have stolen it from my parents when I moved out. So, but you can get them at the grocery store, any kitchen store. They all sell them. But like I said, just using the fine side of the cheese grater works just as well. Okay, so we have all our lime zest in there. And next we're going to juice the lime. So again, if you have a juicer, it's really handy. And I actually learned this new way to juice a lime. I guess I was doing it wrong my entire life. But what you want to do is you just want to cut the ends off of your lime here. So try not to take too much of the fleshy part off. So take your lime, cut it in half again. So we want the juice from one full lime. So what you're going to do is, I always thought when you took your juicer, you put it in this way. So it's kind of the opposite way. But you actually want to put it in so it fits nicely. And since you've removed that bottom of the lime, it's just going to push all that juice right through. And maybe back up a little so you don't get any in your eye. Okay, I'm sure they definitely have a lime zester on Amazon, or any kind of home hardware might have them. A lot of the grocery stores have them as well. Okay, so there we go. We have the juice from one half of our lime, and then we're just going to do the second half of our lime. So we have our lime juice in there now. Just set this aside. And then next we're just going to add a tiny pinch of salt. So, so that was just either a lemon or a lime juicer. Either would work. You can also squeeze it by hand as well. So we're just going to add a sprinkle of salt to this as well. And then we're going to stir this up. So it looks so bright and colorful. We have the purple from the red onion, we have the green from the jalapeno, from the honeydew, and the cilantro, and then the red from the watermelon. So, like I said, so nice and refreshing, and you have lots of different options on how to serve this. So of course, with any salsa, I'm just gonna put this out of the way here. You can serve it with some whole grain tortilla chips. So we'll just give it a taste test to see. And the great thing about fruit salsas is that, what type of salt? I think this is just some kosher salt, but you can use whatever salt you have on hand. Like I was saying, just with any fruit salsa, if you kind of let it sit for a little bit, all those flavors are gonna really blend together. So good. So refreshing. A little bit of sweet from the melons, a little bit of heat from the jalapeno. So really good. So we have the option to serve it with a whole grain tortilla chip. But one thing you might not think that melon salsa would go really well with is proteins. So especially with Father's Day coming up this weekend, you could pair this salsa with some pork chops. So for Dad, if you're gonna grill, so here I just have some pork chops. So I just mixed some canola oil with a little bit of chili powder, some garlic powder, a little bit of lime juice, and some fresh pepper. Mixed that all up and brushed it on the pork chop, and then just grilled it on the barbecue for 6 minutes aside. So we can see nice and grilled here for Dad. And then if you actually top it with the salsa, it's delicious. That kind of sweet and savory again. But if you're not a fan of pork, you could serve this on chicken, you could serve this on fish. You could really combine it with anything. So doesn't that look great? Wouldn't Dad be so impressed if on Father's Day on Sunday you made him some nice pork chops with a nice fresh fruit salsa on top? So lots of different ideas to kind of incorporate this fruit salsa. So like I said, goes well on chicken, fish, pork, whatever. So maybe you could make it for Dad this weekend. So it's a great recipe, especially for the summer, nice and refreshing. It has lots of fluids in it, so it can also help keep you hydrated. Yeah, lovely to use a recipe multiple ways. So you could save some and have it with your chips as a dip, and then have it as well on your meat for dinner. So, is there any other questions? I was trying to follow along, but there's lots of you on here today, which is amazing. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. I think I saw lots of the Sobeys Dietitian Facebook page and the Special Olympics page answering a lot of them as we went. But yeah, so feel free to try this recipe at home. It will be posted on the Sobeys Dietitian Facebook page after the Facebook Live. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy. And like I said, fruit salsa is a great way to get a servings of fruit in, especially in the summer. And yeah, Katie, you can choose any meat. So like I said, it kind of goes better with some of those white meats. So chicken, turkey, fish, salmon, pork would all be good. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this Wellness Wednesday. We have one more, I believe, next week with Veronique. So tune in then, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Like I said, here in Toronto, it's beautiful, so I hope you all have this great weather where you are and you get outside and enjoy today. So hopefully we will see you soon for another Wellness Wednesday, but be sure to tune in next week with Veronique. Have a great day.